I know lots of you have supported me for 30 years. I've had moments in my career when it's been really hard and I didn't know whether I'd be able to continue. But I was so determined to because I love what I do so much. And honestly, I felt so shit at times in my life. Like so shit that sometimes I haven't wanted to wake up in the morning. But to be here now and not to just, be repeating myself, I'm fucking 52 years old. I'm in this packed out venue in the city that I love. And I'm selling more albums now than I have done in fucking decades. So let me be proof to you, it's never too late. And just fucking stick with what you love. And be authentically you, because that is how you succeed. Fuck what anybody else expects. Yeah!
It's official. Melanie C has just achieved the highest charting solo album by any Spice Girl in UK chart history. Her 9th studio album, Sweat, has debuted at number 3 on the UK Albums Chart, beating her long-standing personal best set by her iconic debut, Northern Star. And this chart battle was anything but easy. Facing fierce competition from Kneecap and a surprise resurgence of the essential Michael Jackson following the buzz around the new movie, Melanie still secured an incredible top 3 position. In today's video, I'm unboxing and reviewing the many different formats of Sweat, including the additions I added to my own collection. We'll dive into the vinyl, CDs, packaging, artwork, exclusive variants, and the full promotional campaign behind the album. Then, I'll be giving my honest track-by-track review of the entire record, discussing the standout songs, production, lyrics, and whether Sweat lives up to Melanie C's legendary solo catalog. So if you're a Spice Girls fan, a pop music collector, or just curious about one of the biggest UK pop album releases of the year, make sure to keep watching. And as always, please subscribe to my channel for more spicy content and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Thanks for your support. So, Sweat has been released on 12-inch vinyls, CDs, cassettes, and digital downloads. Let's begin with the vinyls, as there are quite a few. According to my reckoning, there are actually 5 different vinyl discs available. But most of these have variants in terms of packaging or extras. The 5 vinyls discs are a standard black, opaque orange, translucent orange, red-yellow splatter, and trans-yellow and orange sunburst. This standard black vinyl seems to be available from various retailers, but this one is from HMV, who gave customers a signed art card with each one. For this, I have no idea how many art cards were available, but I'm guessing it was limited to 1,000 or less. The art card shows an alternate position of Melanie C, but is very similar to the standard album cover. Essentially, her arms have changed position. Melanie C has a lot of signed records out there, including for this release, but to have this HMV exclusive print is pretty nice. Next up is the common opaque orange disc, which was available from various retailers including Melanie C's online store, each with different extras to entice buyers and incentivize collectors like me. This opaque orange vinyl is from the record store Wax and Beans, whose exclusive accompanying item was this signed and numbered slice, perfect to go with the Wax and Beans magnetic vinyl record display block, which I also bought. These slices were limited to just 200, so I'm thrilled I managed to get one. It looks stunning, and I can't wait to have this block on permanent display. The next opaque orange is this Assai Records Obi Strip edition, which, as you can see, comes with this special signed Obi Strip featuring Japanese writing and Melanie's signature. These Obi Strips are also limited to 200, so again, I'm thrilled I managed to get one before they sold out. Jacaranda Records, a store in Melanie's home city of Liverpool, was the first to offer a special exclusive. If you were amongst the first 300 to pre-order Sweat from their store in 2025, they sent you a limited edition signed Christmas print with message from Melanie C. It features Melanie hugging her dog Dolce, whilst wearing a 2025 ASOS Spice Girls Christmas hoodie. As this was sent to customers 5 months in advance, it is officially the first bit of album-related merch. Up next is the Amazon-exclusive red and yellow splattered disc. This vibrant design looks fab on your record player and feels special. Again, this was limited but to 500 copies, a considerable amount, but I think they sold out pretty quickly. A platform designed for exclusive and limited edition music releases sold 1,000 copies of their alternate cover artwork version of Sweat, featuring Melanie on an exercise bike. The disc was also exclusive, a translucent yellow and orange sunburst design. I have to say, I love this album cover. I do love the original and the other variants, but this one, in real life, looks super cool. I had no idea I was getting this as it was a gift, so I'm extremely thankful for it. Next up is probably my favorite of the vinyls, and that's because of the unexpected gift inside. Exclusively available from Melanie's online store and currently sold out, this is the limited edition Gatefold version. The Gatefold is justified because of the inclusion of this beautiful, vibrant poster featuring one of her main publicity shots for the album, with her current logo at the bottom. If you know me or my collection, you'll know I love a poster, and the Spice Girls solo releases after their heyday produced few posters, so to get this is really, really nice. The disc is a translucent orange too, making it quite a rare vinyl format from what I can tell. There was also a white label test pressing type disc available, which was limited to 100 and available from Melanie's website. I didn't buy this one as I don't appreciate such versions enough to buy yet another format, but to be one of 100 fans to own one must be pretty cool. So, those are the key vinyl formats available. Which one is your favorite? Which one did you buy? Maybe you bought several like many of us. Let me know in the comments below this video. Next up, we have the CDs. There were 3 main cover designs available, plus a 4th, which was an Australian exclusive for tour ticket customers, which came with an exclusive square postcard, but I haven't found a picture of that. The standard CD shows the main cover design as you'd expect, with an orange CD. I believed this Spice Boys cover variant, featuring the 4 models from her music video for the Sweat single, was a Melanie C online store exclusive. But I've since learned that they were also made available in HMV, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But anyway, it's a good photo and a cool option as an alternate design. For me, the best alternate CD cover is the HMV exclusive featuring that image used for the Gatefold vinyl poster. It's simple, but really eye-catching. The colors used for this campaign are really vibrant and represent the record perfectly. Finally, we have the cassettes. Initially, just one pink cassette was available from the online store, but following the album's release day, 3 new cassettes were available, a new pink, plus green and orange variations. I love the transparency with the original pink cassette that I have. It's super cool and retro, but also modern and fresh. So, those are the formats I know about. If I've missed one, you're welcome to comment below. It feels like there have been so many to keep up with, and truth be told, I forgot I'd ordered the Gatefold vinyl, so when it arrived in my bundle, I was so happy. Let's take a glance at the album's artwork. Fresh, funky, and on brand. That's how I'd describe it. The grainy shots of Melanie dancing in a club are simply perfect. The ripped paper look marries well with the feeling of freedom that the album emotes, and the color choices are spot on. That logo is pretty epic, and for Spice and Melanie C fans, it will surely become iconic. Melanie also sold some sweat-themed merch on her store too. This towel is small, a typical gym hand towel, but the logo is really nice and good quality. A couple of t-shirts including this one in my collection were also released, plus a hoodie. There is a tote bag, and also these 3 postcards featuring artwork from her sweat photo shoot. This water bottle is pretty cool. A steely silver with both the new Melanie C and Sweat logos on it. Still to come, I'll take a look at the promotion for the album, and I'll end the video with a super special new Sweat item in my collection. But now we've got the records and merchandise out of the way, what about the music itself? Let's go through the track list. Track 1 is the album's lead single and title track, Sweat. It's a powerhouse workout-inspired club pop track that samples Diana Ross's single Work That Body. It has an anthemic feel, with the sample being the song's main hook. Melanie's middle 8, which is then repeated towards the end of the track, is where she demonstrates her beautiful voice properly and provides a proper singing moment that the song needed. The video for Sweat is also worth mentioning as it shows Melanie in a sexy but sporty way, allowing her to exude confidence and attitude in abundance. This track will undoubtedly go down in Spice Girls' history as a standout single and a fantastic start to the album era. Track 2 is the infectious club banger Drum Machine. Acting as the album's focus track or launch single, it is essentially a self-empowering love song which references relatable music vocabulary such as symphony and a drum machine playing in the heart. It's a song to let your hair down to on the dance floor and demonstrates Melanie's ability to create brilliant dance music that reflects both the current music scene and the lightness of her spirit in this period. The flashy black and white video represents the song's energy well and captures Melanie's youthfulness. Track 3 is What Could Possibly Go Wrong, which was the album's second single. Its catchiness lies in the chorus's hook and is a feel-good, live-in-the-moment and be-free pop track with dance elements. Although still dance pop, the album's track 4 has a slightly more chilled vibe, but is in no way a skip. Lyrically, it is reflective. Why does it keep raining on me? It's about asking how much can someone take, but despite its slightly melancholic lyrics, it has a positive and uplifting vibe. It's straight back to the club with Pressure, which is track 5, a cool but somehow radio-friendly club banger. The layered vocals remind me a little of Numb from her 2016 album version of Me. This album never fully rests with a ballad, but the slightly more chilled track Emotional Memory is reflective and defiant. The production is refreshing and cool electric dance pop. Silky verse vocals give way to the catchy choruses. This was a standout for me on first listen of the album. Track 7 is the album's 4th single, Attitude. An unapologetic and empowering disco song. Something about it reminds me of the Spice Girls classic Who Do You Think You Are? And I think a mashup for those two at a Melanie C gig would be electrifying. Good for Nothing is where we get the first glimpse of what appears to be a toxic relationship in Melanie's life. We can perhaps attribute it to an ex-boyfriend. The games you're playing, they got me saying get out. This is 2026's answer to Mel B's Pack Your Shit. Undefeated Champion was the album's 3rd single, and once again it's an empowering track of resilience and strength. The best part is when she begins singing You Won't Stop Me Dancing, raising up my hands. I'm the undefeated champion. Track 10 is the earworm Cashmere, probably the album's most chilled track, It has an infectious chorus and feels as though she's singing about her current boyfriend. Her sweet vocals sound fantastic on this, and despite the slightly cheesy lyrics, the song feels fresh and cool. It definitely stays in your head. It's back to a toxic relationship for track 11, Free to Love. It feels like it could have been a 90s dance classic. It's uplifting and totally relatable if you've had a bad partner in your life. That excitement of being free and single once again feels like Melanie is singing about her own feelings following the breakdown of a former relationship. Track 12 is One Track Mind, one of the catchiest and most dramatic songs on the record. The lyrics feel cool and current, demonstrating that working with new and young producers and writers really helps her stay current. Although less of a dance track, and therefore not the most representative song on the record, this would still make a fantastic single if she made an epic music video. Track 13 marks the end of the album and her most angry moment on the record. It definitely feels autobiographical, whilst simultaneously therapeutic for Melanie. And the raw honesty of the lyrics is powerful, as the hard-hitting verses lead to the choruses, which are the catchiest moments of the whole album. She sings now, "I'm that bitch," reminding everyone that she has emerged from her toxic relationship fiercer than ever. A special mention must go to the bonus demo track on one of her digital download exclusives from her website. Healing is one of those songs that just takes you to another place. It eloquently describes the feeling of falling in love, whilst transporting you to an Ibiza club on a hot summer night. The catchiest part is the instrumental moment following each chorus, which is when I can imagine losing it on the dance floor. In summary, I can say that Sweat undoubtedly delivers. There are literally no skips on this record. It's one of those records that feels poignant this summer. In years to come, it will take us back to summer 2026, and it will feel deliciously nostalgic. But where does the album rank in terms of Melanie's back catalog? Well, my only criticism is that some of her singles from this record, What Could Possibly Go Wrong, Undefeated Champion, and Attitude, are too poppy. Why? Because she shines the most on this record when she leans further into the dance and club vibe. It's strong, confident, uplifting, and meaningful. So I wish she had trusted those club songs more to represent the album as the singles, rather than the perhaps safer pop tracks. That said, this is sublime work. My favorite Melanie C album has been Version of Me for 10 years now, but I think soon I will consider Sweat as my favorite. Yes, it's that good. Melanie began full-on promotion for her album in Australia, where she has been working as a judge on the TV show The Voice. At Bondi Records, fans could meet Melanie and get one of these signed release date posters when pre-ordering the album, enticing fans and collectors to scramble. Australia was also where she performed Sweat on TV for the first time. As a judge on The Voice, she was able to launch the record during an episode with an energetic and theatrical performance, leaning into a style she briefly dabbled with in 2007 in the music video for I Want Candy. Seeing her perform the song in this way shows how far she has come as an artist that has evolved beautifully over time. In the UK, her Sweat performance on Michael McIntyre's Big Show was less well received. It felt more like we were watching a strange musical, and her styling seemed underwhelming and unflattering. The dance school teacher theme sadly betrayed the song's genius, and social media comments afterwards were incredibly negative. Melanie promoted the album's second single, What Could Possibly Go Wrong, at Radio 2's Live Lounge in a good but slightly unexciting orchestral live performance. The catchy chorus hook shone through, however, and it was nice to hear the song played by an orchestra. But as the single didn't have a music video, this felt like a slightly underwhelming substitute. That said, it's an exciting honor to perform at the Live Lounge. It was a great moment for fans to appreciate Melanie's longevity and resilience as a recording artist. Melanie also appeared in a high-fashion cover feature for the Sunday Times Style in the UK. Another major publication, Australia's Stellar magazine, also featured Melanie in a striking cover feature. Undefeated Champion was performed close to the album's release in Germany, whilst the energetic and theatrical boxing ring-themed performance was impressive. I felt that perhaps it took something away from the song, as if the theatrics were the main event that overshadowed the song itself. Drum Machine was released as the album's focus track and came with the album's second music video. A stylish black and white theme and the inclusion of a microphone and stand allowed Melanie to tap into her entertainment skills as a live performer. But the concept could have been pushed further to help build the song, though its simplicity on the other hand is sort of appealing. Drum Machine was an instant hit with fans and represents the album well. Melanie has done probably the most exhausting promotional campaign of her entire solo career, and she even likened her schedule to that of the Spice Girls in the 90s. It paid off, with Sweat becoming the highest-charting solo Spice Girls album in the UK, entering at number 3. It was clear she was aiming for a number 1, feeling motivated by her new record deal and confident in the record. But the unexpected competition came from Kneecap, who held the top position for most of the week before being overtaken by a Michael Jackson compilation album, a result of the positive response to the new biopic film about the King of Pop that was released in cinemas at the same time as Sweat's release week. Sweat is a must-have album. I can't imagine anyone being disappointed with it, and like her debut Northern Star, I imagine it will transcend her fanbase, who bought multiple copies of the record to help her chart position, and reach a new audience ready to discover how great an artist she is. I really hope that happens and people go back through her catalog to appreciate the body of work. What are your thoughts on the Sweat album? Drop your comments below. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, repost it to your socials if you want, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more spicy content. Oh, and one more thing. Keep it spicy.